Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Dinara Kazakbaeva. Today I'm going to talk about Birtutas Terbiye, its policy gaps and future suggestions that could strengthen its implementation. So my presentation will follow this outline. Okay, now I would like to begin my speech with a powerful quote by Rubinstein, which says, "Isolated science and education turn into a light that can show the way to both a saint and a murderer." So, according to this quotation, I understood that education alone is not enough. So, if knowledge is not guided by clear values, intentions, or moral direction, it can be used either for good or for harm. So, this means that academic learning alone cannot create or form this complete socially responsible citizen. So it also has to include values, ethics, and purpose. So, because of this, many educational systems around the world have made this value based education, but it is called differently in different countries. So, for example, in Singapore, they call it character and citizenship education. So, it develops national identity and social emotional learning. But in Japan, it is called dotoku, or it is the root, it takes root from moral education. So there are some six core values in this dotoku, such as honesty, empathy, self-discipline, social harmony, and responsibility. But in Finland, it is called holistic education. So it's about the strong attention on values education, students' well-being, and sustainable citizenship. So, these global examples show us that moral character and value based education is essential for forming a complete, socially responsible citizen. So, following this trend, in 2024, Kazakhstan also introduced a national value based education. It's called Birtutas Terbiye. So, it emphasizes national identity and also focuses on six core values such as independence, patriotism, unity, law and order, diligence, and innovation. So, the aim of this program is to help our students develop not only academically but also socially and morally. Despite of the relevance of this reform, there are several challenges. So the first thing is about this top-down policy, which says that Birtutas Terbiye was piloted very quickly and without any lead-in. So stakeholders such as teachers, students, or administrators didn't have enough time to adapt or to study about or immerse into this real program. And the second thing is about teacher autonomy. So it says teacher autonomy without guidance. So it is about that this reform gave teachers complete freedom to choose how to integrate this national identity. So that's why, since they didn't have any kind of workshops, seminars, or some professional development courses about this topic, they didn't have any models, examples, or methodology. So that's why many teachers didn't know where to start, what approach to use, or how to implement these values into their subject lessons. And the third thing is about lack of quality control. So it says that there was no monitoring system or evaluational system to assess challenges, weaknesses, effectiveness, or progress of this program. So because of this, this reform isn't systematic within entire country. Now here are some current and ongoing procedures that were taken by the Ministry of Education or by the government. So the first thing is about unified national curriculum, so that there are some official guidelines and methodological documents that have been published and presented to teachers so that they all have some direction. Then the second one is about conceptual support. So it says that now teachers have monthly thematic values that were spread to the whole country, which says that every lesson or every subject and every public school is interconnected between each other by different values for each month. So, for example, 1 month is about independence, the second month is about unity, the third month is about honesty, and so on. So, this means that now they have some systematic synchronized implementation across the country. And the third thing is about students' engagement. So, since now schools are required to organize some extracurricular activities at least once a month by this monthly thematic values, and also there are it is mandatory for them to integrate family and parent involvement into these events. So that's why there are some more student engagement than it was before. Now, if we evaluate these procedures that are still in progress of implementing, so unified national curriculum shows the strength on consistency across all schools, so which says that there is some system and framework within all public schools. The second thing is about conceptual support. So it says that there is standardized tools and materials which can give some quality for the lessons of teachers, so that now they have some methodology, they have some guideline to follow in order to create and conduct lessons. And the third one is about students' engagement. So, as I said earlier, because of the increased co-curricular or extracurricular activities, they have higher social emotional skills. So they can improve their communication skills, collaboration skills, or sense of responsibility. So this exact students' engagement is one of the most efficient things that were being taken for now, because this is the real practical implementation of this value-based education. However, to fully realize the effectiveness of this Bartutas Tarbiya program, I suggest these two steps that might be necessary. The first thing is about mandatory CPD programs, professional development programs for teachers with additional assistance of mentors or coaching systems. So I think that if teachers had this mentoring or coaching systems available 24/7, so that they can have someone whom they can ask for some advice, it would be really useful, and also provide some workshops and seminars on implementing this value-based education in specific subjects as math or history and so on. And the third thing is about this Örleo program. It's a professional learning community that supports peer learning. So if they also specifically support teachers in value-based education, as they support AI or something else, that would be really great. And the second thing is about monitoring development. It's about quality assurance, so that if there was some kind of a mandatory meeting for principals, where they share their reflections on this program, how are they implementing some different, insights that they have taken, or ideas that they had in their experience, that would be really great for development. And the second one is about assessment tool. So since documents are already enough in our country, since there is a high bureaucracy, I think that encouraging to develop students' portfolios and assessing the progress of this reform through this portfolio would be really useful. so that we can track value development over time according to the students' engagement and their portfolios. So that's it from my side. Thank you for listening. Here is my reference list. And thank you for your attention.